most famous postcards. Guanabara Bay will soon become an Olympic stage for sailing, open water swimming, and triathlon races during the summer's Olympics. But this bay conceals a modern hazard. It is heavily polluted. Tests requested by Associated Press late last year show that these waters are full of viruses directly linked to human sewage, at levels up to 1.7 million times higher than what would be considered alarming in the US or Europe.
I
was born and lived here my whole life, but I don't swim in this water anymore. They promised they were going to clean it, but I have not seen a thing, not a single boat. And I'm out here all the time.
When Rio made a bid to host the 2016 Olympics, local authorities promised to cut the amount of sewage flowing into the bay by 80%. But that promise wasn't kept. Virus levels are widespread. The Rio Olympics Organizing Committee insists the health and safety of athletes is top priority, and that water within field of play meets the necessary standards. But athletes who train and compete here say otherwise.
We have repeatedly warned authorities that this place is not appropriate for an Olympic event. They should have chosen another location like Buzios, which isn't even 2 hours away.
Lack of sanitation has been a challenge in Rio for decades, and lack of political will has made the problem almost irreversible.
Em 400 anos de história de crescimento urbano,
the lack of urban planning in Rio turned areas in Guanabara Bay into a gigantic toilet. Athletes will be competing alongside feces, tampons, condoms. It really is disgusting.
With less than 6 months to go to the Olympic Games, athletes will have to jump in putrid waters for at least a few hours to compete. With the right medical support, they're likely to go through the experience unharmed. But for locals who live by the water and depend on it for their livelihood, it's a whole different story. Anelise Borges, TRT World, Rio de Janeiro.